Hello and welcome to your June reading, Virgo. You're with Elise. Thank you so much for joining me. This is a general reading only for the collective. I'll keep that out there. And thank Great Spirit, angels and guides for joining us for Virgo's reading for June. And thank you for any guidance and loving messages for Virgo for their highest good and for the good of all concerned. Okay. Alrighty, so those three are the ones that came out. So we'll start here with your ship coming in, Virgo. So you've been waiting patiently for something here and it's on its way. Within days, maybe a couple of weeks. 3 weeks max. I feel that what you've been waiting for is coming, and this will be returning your enthusiasm for life, getting what you want. Your venture is falling into place here in the first house, which is about your soul's deepest intention, the window through which you view the world. It is governing your appearance, your physical characteristics, head and face, and there's a bit of speed about this because the Knight of Swords is about something happening swiftly, weighing up the pros and cons, taking action after much deliberation. So it's a real action energy being shown here. Something happening swiftly. And it could be involving a media person or a military person, 2 people. It does indicate to me the Knight of Swords is a Gemini card, so things come in twos. And it is also about whirlwind changes and something a bit thrilling. And this is in the area of the day-to-day stuff, where you really can find yourself using your constructive talents and gaining your financial independence. So there's a sense of excitement connected with that. Then you have the 2 of Pentacles here. This is about juggling life's demands, robbing Peter to pay Paul. And you're on a mission to achieve financial success. And this is what you're communicating, because this is in an area of communication for you. Siblings, short distance travel, education, trade, journalism, writing, all being influenced by this juggling act here with the 2 of Pentacles being shown there. But you're going to be able to juggle it because you've got the 8 of Pentacles. This is really good. This is about a sponsorship, a promotion, degree, diploma, certificate, using those skills, honing those skills, and it's influencing the area of your home, family, parents, the foundation of the wheel. This is also the area that is about how you see yourself, the country that you live in, your nation, and about land and property. So there could be some actual work going on to do with the property or home that you are living in. And if that is something that you are looking to have done, it will happen quite quickly now. Maybe you've had to put it on hold and wait and juggle things around, but this is saying to me that, yeah, everything's moving ahead now. Could even be renovations. The Tower often represents renovations, or doing something up, beautifying the home, because that Mars energy is still in Cancer and Mars is ruling this Tower energy. And the other message through the Tower is about unstable lifestyles and forging a new path, okay, which is related to karma. So you could find yourself getting out of your comfort zone, and this is in the area where you find your joy, the 5th house area. It also governs children, it governs your love life, your friendships, your social life as well, and it also is about good fortune, love that is given, sport, games, entertainment and nobility. So the Tower here is letting me know that, you know, there may be some surprises, something unexpected, because you do want to forge a new path, and you do, if you are involved in a lifestyle that you feel is unstable, you want to break out of that. You don't really want to be in that. So that might cause a little bit of upheaval, and it could surprise a few people as well. Okay, but it also is about renovations. And I just feel that there's those of you that are in a position to be able to renovate are getting on with it and going ahead with some renovations. Nine of Swords. Well, this is about being overwhelmed, disturbed sleep patterns, and stress. Alright? So it is a message of reaching out, because this is in the area of your home, your mind, body and well-being. So for your well-being, if you are feeling overwhelmed and stressed and not being able to sleep, then do reach out. You can reach out and get a reading, for example. I've always found getting a psychic reading has often really helped me in times of turmoil, and helped me see things a little bit more clearly. So that's quite beneficial thing to do. In order to transition, you do whatever it takes, and you know, pick up the phone, ring somebody, but whatever you do, don't overthink things, and you know, just check in with yourself. Am I overthinking this? And the answer, probably more likely than not, is yes, because worrying and overthinking it and just grinding a groove is not going to change the situation. So the only thing that can change the situation is your perspective of it also. Alright, so this is in the area of your health and well-being, and it's influencing your hygiene, your co-workers, your workplace, and your work conditions. And it could be that you work in a service industry or of service of some description. So, you know, one of the other things that can really help clear this sort of energy is ceremonial rituals. Some sort of ritual or ceremonial magic ceremony. Even if it's running a bath and filling it with some aromatherapy oils and soaking in it and having candles all around you. That's a ritual. That's a ceremonial ritual. And when you empty the bath to get rid of some of that negative energy, stay in the bath while, or stressful energy in this case, stay in the bath, pull the plug and just let the water drain out, and you'll feel all the negative energy attached to your aura being released. Or you could use one of my energy clearing blends. This one is my mist spray blend of clary sage and frankincense. Just smells divine for clearing any chaotic energy. And sandalwood, I have a sandalwood roll-on oil here, and that's just absolutely divine. I love sandalwood, and sandalwood is a essence of protection. You can use sandalwood for protection and to protect you from other people's negative sort of energy attaching to your aura. Okay, so the Four of Cups here is a message to you of helping dissolve your ego so you will make the right adjustments. And a meditative experience can gain insight, especially if you've been feeling a bit down. So this is in the area of partnerships of all kinds, and it also is the area that governs legal affairs and contracts. Okay, one's equals as well as one's enemies, open enemies, groups, and dealing with the public. In a relationship sense, this is a message of no strings attached. Alright, because what is being offered is has got strings attached to it. So if you don't want to get too involved, you know, you need to be honest. And even though you're being offered one thing that you may not be interested in, your cups are still full here. So it's not the only option that you've got to do with business or marriage. For those of you that are single, you might have more than one option to pick from. Five of Swords is... Now this is a message to you that might is not always right, and to choose your battles wisely. It speaks of disagreements and bullying, but you are not willing to accept inappropriate behaviour, and you are willing to stand up for yourself, and you're not going to take any notice of any gossip that's going on behind your back. Alright, now this is in the area of birth and rebirth, beginnings and endings. So something is ending. There's some sort of association or connection that is ending. And this 8th house area also governs loans, banks, taxes, corporations. So you may have had to deal with all of them sort of people or corporations, and that's what you've been using all your energy for, but you're not taking any nonsense from anybody with that card there. Then you've got the Queen of Swords. Lovely. So she's about truthfulness and giving and receiving advice. She's leadership quality, and it could be a significant person bringing change, but the energy connected with this Queen of Swords is very savvy and no-nonsense type of woman. Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra, air sign feminine energy up here in the area of higher education, long distance travel, pardon me, long range goals. It's one of the future area houses in my wheel, so this is sort of where you're heading in the future. And for those of you that are single, it could be indicating the woman that you are dealing with, if you're a man. Now, the Seven of Cups here in your career is very nice, because that is letting you know that you have more options than what you maybe realise. The Seven of Cups is about perfection. The number 7 in general is about wisdom and perfection and completeness. But remember that God rested on the 7th day, so you need to take rest. You've got lots of options and everything happening all at once, especially with this Knight of Swords being there. Lots going on, especially in your career or dealing with the world at large. So many options. Try and slow down and do one thing at a time. It is also a sign that fear may be stopping you from making your dreams come true, but you know, roll up your sleeves, because this is letting you know that your dreams can come true. You just have to do one step at a time. Page of Cups. Good news is on the way. Message of love also indicated here, but it's also messages connected with a new adventure, romance, karmic experience, social outing, and it's in the social area of the wheel. So your social life is being highlighted there, and this is also another area of future directions that you will be going in. So I do feel that if one friendship has sort of run its course here with the Tower, because the 5th house and the 11th house are the two areas that indicate the social life, so something may be coming to an end, but there's a new offer of friendship here that is more appealing to you. Oh yes. And you've got the Star here. Beautiful way to end the wheel. The Aquarius card is the Star, and it's your guiding star. So this will take you out of the past and point you towards the future. Healing will sneak up on you in mysterious ways, and life will improve. The karmic link between you and the situation brings challenges to help you grow, but it's full of promise, and you really feel like you start living again. Beautiful. Okay, Virgo, so now I will just focus here for you to get your guardian angel card. Oh, there we go. And your guardian angel that you can ask for guidance, help, protection, and sometimes you might need to ask your guardian angel to give you a sign, is the Angel of Balance, and your number is number 2. So finding the balance, bringing things back into balance is something that you're being helped with. You might not be able to see it or touch it, but you've got something helping you bring things back into balance. So Virgo, if you've got something that you'd like to ask about, ask now while I'm shuffling these angel cards. These are the angel answers. The Angel Answer Oracle. What is the message or the oracle answer for Virgo for June? You right there, Colby? Having a big yawn. Okay. And peaceful resolution. Well, that's nice, considering there seems to be a little bit of contentious energy coming through in your reading this month. Peaceful resolution. That's what we want. A bit of peace. Very nice. Okay, so I will start with part 2 of the planetary transits for June for you, Virgo. Part 2 is the planetary transits and placements for June for Virgo. So we have the major outer planets, the generational planets that move very slowly in their place. For those of you that have been following your zodiac wheel every month, will know that these Uranus, Neptune, Saturn, Pluto are all very slow moving, so they sort of stay in the same place, okay? Now, firstly, this month, one of the big changes in the game is Jupiter, because Jupiter is retrograde from the 20th of June. So retrograde can bring a bit of confusion with Jupiter retrograde, but the pattern of growth for you is changing, and it's changing here in this relationship area, okay, where you are being offered something, but you feel like there's strings attached, and you're contemplating and you're taking your time, but you're not opening your eyes to see that there's something there right in front of you. You're sort of not taking any notice of it because you're too worried about this other thing, or you're focusing too much on the other thing that has got too many strings attached to it. So Neptune here, also in Pisces, alright? So you also may find with Jupiter retrograde that after the 20th of June you might be, or you could feel it coming a little bit before that, but you sort of might be feeling like you no longer want to continue on the path that you were heading down, and there's a more deeper examination of one's intrinsic moral code, because with Jupiter retrograde we really are going to be finding that we're experiencing our integrity more instinctively, okay? So and you could even find that you're campaigning for the underdog with Jupiter in Pisces as well. The Pisces energy is famous for always bringing home all the stray dogs, all the stray animals. So this is all in the area of partnerships, business partnerships, marriage partnerships, legal contracts and legal affairs. And it is about where you find your harmony and balance. So it's very highlighted and quite interesting that you've got the angel of balance there also. Now the sun is in Gemini, and there is a solar eclipse where the moon will be eclipsing the sun on the 10th of June. Now the effects of the solar eclipse are long lasting for about 6 months, so the next 6 months could get very colourful. So this is a great opportunity to check in on your true intentions, because it's a new moon, so you could be breaking fresh ground on the 10th of June. So set your intentions. New moons are about new beginnings, new possibilities. So you can be aware of the influence here over the next 6 months. And it is in the area of your career, up here with all these hopes and wishes and goals that you're achieving one thing at a time, and opportunity being offered to you in your career as well, and the rewards of your karma, social status, reputation, and achievements. So colourful is the word I would use for this solar eclipse in Gemini. Now the sun rules heads of state, father figures, and your integrity, your heart, your vitality. So a good time to take particular notice of those sort of things, and be taking particular notice of your emotions at this time, and be more conscious about your ego and your will. Your confidence can get a boost. Your image can get a boost, because this is about putting yourself forward. And the sun energy really does govern our sense of self and that authentic part of ourselves. So all this is being activated here on the 10th in the solar eclipse, and has a lasting effect of up to the next 6 months ahead. And you have also got the Mercury retrograde as well, joining the moon and the sun's transit through Gemini. So the Mercury retrograde can have you putting final touches on projects. Mercury is usually retrograde for up to 3 weeks, maybe a little bit more. So this is a time here through the next few weeks to review, recall, redo something. You might need to redo a project, but you could come up with something even better than what you thought. You might be able to really pay, more attention to detail, and you could hear from someone from your past. There could even be a reunion. Might be to do with work or some sort of something where your reputation was involved anyway. Okay, then you've got Venus for you in the 11th house here in Cancer. So this is about kindness and sympathy, high emotions, having a powerful protective instinct, but be careful not to be too smothering. Again, it's connected to nostalgia, nostalgic about the past. So there's something to do with the past being showing very strongly here. And long-lasting ties of friendship are also very prominent, love and affection. So I feel that highly likely that you're going to have a return of something. Someone's returning. There's nostalgic reminiscing, and a good chance of reunion or catching up. So if people haven't been able to see each other for a while, here through June with Venus in Cancer, every effort is going to be made to reunite. So that's lovely, because Venus is the planet of love and unity and harmony and beauty, social life, pleasure, happiness in the area, and luxury. Venus likes a bit of luxury too, and wealth and money in the area of friendships and social groups, clubs, love received. Could see yourself enjoying entertainment or the theatre. It governs inventions, what you're manifesting, your long-term objectives, what you want to manifest in the future. So what you're co-creating now to manifest in the future. Okay. Now, Pluto is here in the 5th house, and Pluto and Mars actually are sort of, well, Mars, because the tower is ruled by Mars in this deck. So Pluto, the tower tears down the old to rebuild a firmer, more solid structure, and Pluto is basically the same kind of energy. So there is definitely something here with you Virgos where you might have to go back over things, okay? And just keep in mind that in this life there's no rehearsal. You just got to gather up the strength and the courage, use your new skills in a new way that you've developed, and it's also a message of fateful encounters or incidences with you or to someone whom you are intimate with, and testing of your reality, a reality check even. So there is profound soul searching connected with this Pluto retrograde. Until the 7th of October, new psychic terrain can come out of this, new psychic awareness, because the paradoxicity of Pluto is so profound. It can even have you letting go of a cherished idea, person or goal. Alright, so there is still a need to let go of something there to do with where you find your joy, sport, hobbies, and speculations. Then you have Mars. Now Mars is here also in the 11th house in Cancer until the 12th of June, and then Mars will be moving into Leo. Okay, and once Mars moves into Leo, it can really activate that extrovert side of yourself, and it's here in Leo in the 12th house, so it will be stimulating your psychic, because it's the psychic house, the 12th house, your health, looking at your health issues, really searching for that self-renewal and coming to terms with your limitations. All that is going to be activated here with that Mars moving into Leo. Okay, so interesting activation of the mind and your subconscious there with Mars moving into Leo. Now also Saturn is here in the 6th house of work, and Saturn likes the work house, you know, because Saturn is the hard taskmaster, and Saturn is in Aquarius and is also retrograde. So we have quite a few planets retrograde this month. So there is a definite remodeling, reshaping, creating new dimensions, creating new forms, internalizing, reflecting upon the past, reviewing the past. Something may end to make room for something new. Saturn is the father of time, so when the timing's right, the teacher will appear, and it is to do with this anxiety sort of card, the 9 of Swords. I call it the anxiety card. It's the overthinking it card, the being overwhelmed and not being able to see the new beginning. Okay, there's something new coming, but because you're focused on what isn't right or what you're not happy with, you're not able to let go of that enough to see this new start, new beginning, fresh new ideas, which I feel is right in front of your nose. You can see it if you just took time to stop thinking about what is making you feel anxious and upset. So Saturn is trying to teach you that. Saturn is rearranging your priorities, which can be frustrating, but it wants you to tend to business in hand, because the teachings and what we learn with the Saturn transit is that that of how to wait things out, because when the time's right, it will all unfold. Okay, so a bit of a challenge there for you, Virgos, but you have balance, the angel of balance, and peaceful resolutions, and the number 2 is a favourable number for you. Okay, so I'll just ask for a confirmation here for Virgo. From the Animal Tarot, Animal Medicine. Okay, so I'll take that one. 5 of Winter, the collie dog. So your animal medicine, because there's a bit of a tug of war going on there between the collie dogs. So your current path isn't leading you toward the happiest possible outcome. So why not change it? Always maintain integrity and compassion, but be alert to the hidden agendas of others. Hidden agendas of others. That 5 of Swords there in that 8th house. Okay. But that's you turning your back on that and taking your skills, your abilities, leaving them behind and walking away. Okay. So thank you so much, Virgos, for joining me. Please, for those of you that are new to the channel, please do subscribe here and click on that bell below. If you would like a deeper reading, you can contact me in the details below, down there in the description box. That's where my emails are. Kobe's here saying hello. Hello, Kobe. And yes, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed your general reading for June. Click like and share with all your friends. Sending you peace and loving light. Namaste.